Y'all ready to get depressed? Yeah, we're doing Cowboy Bebop. So if you guys have ever seen anything from UFS, it is a fighting card game. Think of like, a standard fighting game like Street Fighter turned into a card game. Now, I've done Soul Calibur in the past, so UFS is pretty unique in the fact that you actually have a bunch of different series. You have Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Mega Man, all of those, and Cowboy Bebop is actually a part of that series. You can actually have characters like Spike fighting against Mega Man or whoever else. So, this is specifically a two-player set, and you can tell it's kind of torn. It is sealed, however, which is nice. This was from an Amazon seller. And some people were complaining about the box being beat up, but not too many people. Yeah, I probably should have listened to that, but I did still get it for a decent price. I thought it would be worth looking into. Don't berate me for my lack of knowledge on the show. I have not watched it in many years, but after watching a little bit on it recently, I kind of want to get back to watching through it again. Because it is a two-player set, so it's basically just going to be two pre-built decks, which is kind of lame, but still kind of neat. So if we take this first one off, so they don't seem to have deck boxes or anything. Maybe they do. So we'll take this through to the back. Okay, yeah, there is more in here. Get that box out of the way. And pour all this crap out. So inside of here, we have what appears to just be... Okay, so it's listing like the villains and stuff. So we have Vicious, Mad Parrot. I don't remember him that well. Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched the show in forever. And of course, we have the crew. There's two different versions of Spike. That's weird. Faye, Jet, and Edward and Ian. Of course, this is showing you how the card game actually works. From what I have heard, if you are a card game fan, you might like this. But if you are not, if you don't play that many card games and you just kind of collect casually like I do, it is very complex and hard to get into. So personally, if you were to pick up this exact set, I would still recommend going on YouTube and watching a video or two on how to play, because it isn't something that simple. I still don't really fully understand it because I haven't really played it myself, but I have attempted to learn the rules. We do also have two playmats. I'm assuming that they are identical. They're just to help new players. This is supposed to be like a starting... Oh, that is sick. See, now I'm grateful for having this top view camera. You still can't quite see all of it, but it is a full-on poster on the back of the playmat. That is sick. And then, of course, we have the playmat itself. I'm willing to assume that the two posters are the exact same, but we're going to open it up anyways and hope that they're not. They are not the same. Give me a second. This thing's hard to fold open on this small desk. Look at that. Again, not the best with this camera. Why is her neck so long? Like, is that taken straight from the show? Because Faye's neck is just, like, stretching the hell out. At first I thought it was the angle, but no, it's literally just like a long neck, and we got a little Spike boy just hiding there in the background. I gotta say, this one's actually cooler. I like that one more because it has our main crew on there. That's cool. Honestly, these are reason enough to buy this thing. But then, of course, we have the two decks. So there is some glue on the back of these, and what sucks about this box is that these don't come with any kind of deck holders to keep these stored in the box if you want to, like I am going to. Yeah, the box is a little beat up. Like I said, there is a tear right here on the front, which really sucks. And it's a little dented in the back, but that's more of just because of how the box is folded. But there are some dents and beat up sides on this, which really, really irks me, but I'm still going to hold on to it regardless. But I will have to find just like some small little like deck holders that I can put these in. I will likely be sleeving all of these just because it is such a unique and cool thing. I will more than likely want these sleeved. But if I can get this open, we do have right here on the front this beautiful hollow Spike card, which actually has the rest of his crew kind of put down here on the bottom. I guess it's not really his crew, but you get what I mean. Spike might as well be the leader. I know Jet basically is. They kind of all form around him, but Spike's so much cooler. Okay, so then it just goes to the backing. So yeah, the UFS logo on the back. No matter what series you buy, don't expect to see Cowboy Bebop or whatever other card you're buying from, whatever series it is, because It's all part of the UFS game, and they have to be able to be compatible with each other. You can actually take things from this. I could take cards from this and swap out cards from this with some from the Soul Calibur series, which is kind of unique. So we actually do have more holos here. Juniper Jazz, Red Dragon Assassin, and I believe that's going to be all of our holos here, but it looks like a lot of this is just screenshots from the show. UFS seems to do these in very different ways. Like some things, like I'm assuming like Cowboy Bebop, it seems like they do just like a lot of screenshots from the show aside from like a holo or two. But with some other series, like Soul Calibur, it looked like they got some screenshots from the gameplay itself, but most of it seemed to be drawn specifically for the game, which I think this is cool because it is an older show. It hasn't been around in forever, even though people still love it. I'm kind of happy they haven't like brought it back though. Maybe they have, and I'm just not keeping up with it. Oh, another holo, Vengeance of the Fallen Angel. That's pretty cool looking. But I'm kind of happy that they did it this way because okay, well that's actually not only the screenshot now, is it? Because it's more nostalgic this way. However, I would like to see actual illustrations more often. It's cool, but I like the idea of illustrations, even if they just took screenshots from the show and redrew them in a nicer, more fitting for a card game kind of style, if you understand my meaning. That looks almost like it's one of those frames, like the B frames that the non-main animators do. Like you have the B frames is kind of just fill in between the main frames. That looks like it's a B frame screenshot. Like that would be not one that they would want to have on a card. But cool, alright, so obviously the best part of this is our holo spike here. These will all be getting sleeves 100%. I have a pile of sleeves. In my nightstand is actually where I keep them, oddly enough, not with the rest of my card stuff. Don't worry, I'm not cutting the cards here, I'm being very careful. I actually keep them in my, like one of my drawers of my nightstand. I kind of forgot about them until the other day, and it is just stuffed full of sleeves. Like, way too many sleeves. Forgive me for my bad pronunciation here, but we have Vicious, I believe it's pronounced. Again, a really nice looking holo, and it's kind of neat that it doesn't show like, a crew behind him because it's very fitting for his character. Move over here to this side, and of course we get back to some more of the main boys. Cramorant. We got a freaking Pokemon, man. Okay. So we aren't going to see too many of Jet's crew here, which is very fitting. Whenever we first saw that little holo there, I thought we were going to see just more of the same thing. But no, they did a pretty good job at actually showing different cards for the character. So, I don't know, it's pretty well done. It makes sense. Of course, we're going to see Spike and stuff with them kind of, not being on the friendliest of terms. Okay, there we go. That Cathedral Standoff. That is a nice card, and one of the few scenes that I can actually remember. Wow, look at childhood me actually coming through on something. Scorpion Stab, some more generic things. I would still prefer the gun in that kind of fight, more swords and faces. We got the boy again. Cool. So yeah, I know this is like a super long video or anything, but I definitely thought it would be something that you guys would be interested in, especially all of them anime fans out there. Yeah, I gotta say, like, these two bad boys are 100% just like the reason to buy this. Now, I know that there are packs. My camera's shaking a lot. I'm sorry. I'll try to stabilize it with my head. There are, like, packs of this. I imagine that they're very expensive. I haven't looked too much into them yet, because I thought this would be a cooler way to kind of get introduced to the Cowboy Bebop side of the UFS series. So, yeah, maybe we'll see those again in the future. Maybe you guys will see me opening those up. Maybe you won't. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe down below, check out the gaming channel for funny haha gameplay, a lot of the times with friends, and hopefully I will see y'all next time.
Goodbye.